say, Gudda, where you been at? Getting on my pet, baby, patient, I'ma send that. Get it all right back. I pop that so heatin', it came through cutting up with these racks. I got a hooded chicken on your broke ass, I'm half. Big dog got a merch that they know I get nasty. Baby, I'ma work that, keep throwing all that ass. Real nigga from the bottom, I can show you how to shake shit back. Fucking Instagram models, ain't met a bitch that I can't crack. Louis V attire, I get flyer than a lad. Cutting up in that SIT.
Nasty dancer, dancer for money. Do what you want me to do. I'm your freaky dancer, dancer for money. I'll do what you want me to do.
Real nigga, go down on her, slow that pussy, percolate, I build with you. Throw you so much motion, she done caught the wave. He's drippin' dry, little bitch better eat me down. For you touch anything, my little yeah wanna suck me, tryna fuck me in my gutter chain. And baby, I got plenty change, foreign cars, cash on me, pop out. It's elevated.
It's your boy Big Dawg Gudda, man, on How You Living Podcast. Y'all know how we finna pop it, kick your ass some game real quick. Big Dawg Gudda living 501 motion, man. Subscribe, Big Dawg Gudda, freak shit out right now. We the viral sensation, we the wave. Tap in with the kid that did, man. Let go.
Yeah, man, it's a pleasure to have you in here, Big Dawg. For real, man. For real. We've been trying to work on this for the longest, man.
Oh, my mama.
Finally got you in here, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you for catching up with me, big bro. It's love.
Come on now, man. Had to. You won the 501 finest. Come on now.
For sure.
Come on, had to tap in with you.
Yeah, it's an honor, though, to be called that, though, man. I've been putting in work for a minute, so just let me know. What we on today, though, big bro?
I got a couple questions that to ask you. Not nothing too serious, but just to let people know who you is and what you got going on, man. For real.
Sure.
So, I want to kind of talk about, the man behind the music, behind Big Dawg Gudda.
Yeah.
That's okay with you?
Yeah, for sure. We can do that.
Let's kind of tap on that little situation a little bit.
Yeah.
So, for the people who are just discovering you, who is Big Dawg Gudda beyond the music?
Shit, beyond the music, I'm a stand-up father, man. I'm a man first before anything. I have principles and morals that I stand on, man. I believe in the Lord, I do my thing. I ain't in those streets. I ain't popping it too hard on you boys like that. I'm just doing my thing the legit way, working my ass off and showing you how it go, for the epitome of a young black man who stayed down, and just saving 10%. Every little check he got, every little thing he got, and started from nothing, started from scratch, and build my own brand, build my own way. That's who I am beyond the music, so by any means necessary, I'm gonna do my thing, stand on these 10, so.
So you like any other guy here beyond the music, just trying to get it every day, man, trying to get to it.
Nah, I ain't like any other guy though.
No, I'm saying you trying to get to it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I understand that. Yeah, I already know, but I'm just saying confidently, I ain't even like any other guy, big bro. I really go get it, by any means necessary. That's what I do. So I've been doing that since legit, man. But I'm just putting this shit on the platform for y'all, so y'all can understand that it's these young niggas from Arkansas, these young niggas from 501 Motion, this 501 Wave, this shit is really ain't no crash out bullshit. We really on some player from the Himalayas trying to go get this bag, living our last, counting this cash on my mama. So all that trying and shit, that's what they be on, you feel me? But I understand, but niggas like me and you, we go do this shit in real life.
We going on the ground, man.
You feel me? In the streets every day. They see us every day, dropping something, doing something, putting in that work. Not talking about none of that bullshit, you feel me?
Just trying to get to it.
Yeah.
All right, I fuck with that, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So every artist has a why. What is your core motivation for waking up and hitting the studio every day?
The fact that the Lord gave me the grace to have this talent, that's why I feel like I never have a writer's block, because it's kind of like a therapy to be able to wake up and go to my studio to where me and my boy Kush can cook something out of nothing like that, you feel me? So we really just had a chemistry that, I'm able to wake up every day and always be motivated to something new. Every little wave, every little thought, every little, scenery, any way I have a feeling of, I make it into a song, so that's why I appreciate the Lord that I had the grace to even come up with that, you feel me? So that type of work right there, that's a deep ass answer for most people, but shit, Yeah, I appreciate that for the most part, a lot.
So some of the fact that the Lord gave you another breath to wake up, you finna hit that studio regardless.
Exactly, because you know, when you got life, you got hope, and when you got hope, you got a chance. You know, faith dead without the works.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm gonna keep on rolling. You know, as long as I'm alive, because it's like shit. I'm trying and trying and trying. You gonna go whichever way you want to go, but this was my plan A from the beginning. I knew that this was what I, you know, knew how to do it, wanted to do it. You know, knew how, you know, studied it, did my homework on it, all that. So yeah.
Can you repeat that again? You said faith without. Can you repeat that again? That was
faith
hard.
dead without the works.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, faith dead without the works, man.
I fuck with that. That's hard.
Yeah.
For real. I ain't never heard that.
Yeah, for sure.
So what life experiences have you had? What have been the biggest influence on your sound and the stories you tell in your music?
Losing my brother JJ, man, losing my brother Chop, man, losing all my little ones, you know, and most certainly losing my great grandmother. You know, she kind of like woke me up to a different understanding on that everybody ain't gonna always be here, you know, and I gotta live my last, you know, so that's why I dropped Living My Last, you feel me? So I really did everything that I could, you know, to make sure that I show up, you know, and show out and put on a good brand and, you know, a good icon or, you know, I would say image for my family, you know, so I would say, yeah, that's the best answer I give a motherfucker on that one. Okay. The other G.
So just basically seeing some family losses and everything.
Yeah, like my losses and the shit that I overcame, you know, coming from the bottom, man, like having nothing. You know, like literally, like I was a cast out. Motherfuckers didn't, you know, they black sheep my ass type shit, you know, but I overcame a lot of things that people doubted, you feel me? From me being in the streets to overcoming the streets to outgrowing the streets to, you know, now I'm being legit, showing young niggas how I can do shit the real way, you know, the legit way. You know, I ain't never even had that type of shit taught to me, you know, that was kind of like just the experience and the giving, you know. The Lord just kind of gave me that. So, you know, that's really where my music come from.
Okay. All right. So, how has growing up and living in Arkansas specifically shaped your lyrical style compared to artists coming out of Atlanta or Texas?
I mean, Arkansas, we got our own player flavor, you feel me? That's why I call it that Woo Pig flavor. Yeah. You know, Woo Pig flavor is like, it's like, man, you a Arkansas nigga, you know how we rock. You know, y'all know how we coming. You know, we got our own little style, our own little way, but you know, we on that shit that we got our own sauce to where an Arkansas nigga can be stood out and have his own shit, but most motherfuckers be worried about being like everybody else. You know, so I'm just showing people that shit, I got this own Arkansas shit, like, you know, I come Louis Boots stupid, you know, Valabasses, Starseed stitching, 501 motion, you know, all this shit can connect to our city, you feel me? This from Memphis to Little Rock to, you feel me, all of that. Yeah. Then we go dumb, you feel me, and we invest in the real shit, the ones that's gonna keep circulating these dollars around this 501 sauce, you feel me? We ain't trying to go dress like none, be like none, we setting trends, setting the waves. Yeah.
I agree with that. I think Arkansas, we have our own select style. I think a lot of people bite off us, if anything.
Yeah, exactly. And a motherfucker just need to be confident in it instead of being like, nah, man, we got that from, nah, man, that shit came from here. Yeah. Fuck you talking about.
I mean, I want to touch on like your catalog and your creative process.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that a little bit? Kind of shift gears to talk about that.
Yeah. Okay. Talking about with the music. Yeah, for sure.
Like your latest project, is it, I want to say Living My Last?
Yeah, Living My Last. That's my album, yeah.
It's been getting a lot of attention. What's the message you hope listeners take away from hearing it?
Well, Living My Last, man, I appreciate everybody for listening to it, for one. You know, and what I hope they understand from hearing that is that you could do anything you put your mind to, but, you know, that is like the most mediocre shit that I ever hear people say. Yeah. You know, but let them know that when they never doubt, when you doubt yourself and when everybody else doubts you and you create your own plan and you have your own situation going on, like I hope y'all get the knowledge out of what it is that I'm trying to really lay down. You know, like when I say the knowledge, it's like you could come from nothing. You can come from shit. And long as you put that shit on paper and you stick to that shit every day and you stick to plan A, Ain't no plan B. You know, and you live your life with that by any means necessary. You know, you go get that by any means necessary, and you tell yourself every day, this is what's gonna happen, and you speak that shit into existence. It's called manifestation.
Yeah.
You know, I hope y'all realize the manifestation that I really created at that, you know, because I came out of nowhere, you know, and my mama and them told me, like, you gonna be a star, you know, and now I'm making that shit true in real life, you know, so, yeah.
Okay. That's hard, bro. For real,
Yeah,
for real.
yeah.
I ain't never just heard you. I ain't never just spoke to you like this up the other night in the
I'm
club.
my mama.
So to hear you speak like this, bro. That's
I
real,
got
bro.
knowledge, bro.
Yeah, I fuck with it,
Like,
bro.
that shit genuine out the heart, you feel me? That's why I'm really trying to put it together for y'all. Like, damn, you feel me? Because that shit, I ain't thinking about this shit.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just wet.
So you recently dropped a track called Freak Shit.
Yeah, free shit.
With
Shout out my dog Lex.
Lex Monet, with Lex Monet.
Yeah, that's my son.
So how did that collaboration come together, and what was the energy like in the studio?
Man, that's twin, man. First of all, that's my dog. But, you know, like, so first we had Joshua shit with my dog Kush, and then we got that coming out. That's gonna be part 2. Then we was like, man, nah, we wanna crank this bitch up for the summer one more time, you know. So me and her, we always doing kickbacks. We always having a good function, good time, you know. So shit, we just ended up bumped down to the stew one time. Shit, it was about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Me and my boy, me and Don, with Don Key, we locked in with Don Key. He was available late at night, and my mama clocked in with us. Boom, we up in there. She drunk, finna go to sleep. Man, we over here turned up. I done, wake us up, we on this.
Yeah.
I done picked the beat, boom. Soon as I walked in that bitch, I got the cranking that bitch up. Real nigga, go down on her, slow that pussy, percolate on my soul.
That motherfucker hit.
Good, I woke her ass up. And my mama gave her ass about 5 minutes. Swear guy Legs came in that bitch 5 minutes off the dome.
Yeah.
Bad as fuck came in. My mama slapping like, yeah, we cranked that bitch up, and like that was like a 30-minute cook up, bro.
For real?
For sure.
That motherfucker hard.
Was late at night because she was trying to get home and shit. You know, everybody was trying to go, but you know, we was late at night in the studio just fucking around trying to figure it out. You know, and then we figured it out. Shit, cooked that bitch up fast.
Yeah.
Once I picked the beat, because she had like 3-4 beats. I was just telling a nigga about this shit. She had like 3-4 beats. I'm like, nah, let me get that one. She like, okay, let's see what you gonna do with it. I'm like, watch.
I like how that motherfucker come on, the whole, I think it's like a little sample. Like, I like how that motherfucker
that sample part, you know.
That's hard.
And that's what Don Key, he perfect at that type of shit, you know. So then I took it from Don Key, you know, we shot the stems over there, my boy Kush. That's how them claps and all that shit got up in there, and we got the That's 501 motion, man. That's why I be trying to tell folks, man, you gotta know how to mix everything in, dude.
You got a song called 501 Motion too, don't you?
Hell yeah.
That taps directly into like the local culture. When you make an anthem for the home team, does the creative process change for you?
What you mean? Say that one more time.
Like when you're making an anthem for the home team, like for the city, for 501, for Little Rock, for Arkansas, the home team.
Us.
Does your creative process change for you, or you gotta go even harder, or is it like the same process?
Hell yeah, it shit go harder like a motherfucker. Like because of the simple fact that I gotta bring in the culture and I gotta bring in the world with this shit. You know, I gotta get the world to catch on to it, but also I gotta have punchlines for the culture where they know what's going on. That's why I told the niggas, I'm the woo pig popping, big show stopping, middle of the stage, got the whole club rocking on my soul. The niggas was like, what the fuck? Like that woo pig shit, they gonna be like, yeah, they gotta see it, man. We 501 motion.
I fuck with it, bro.
On my mama.
I know you got that ski, bro. That's how I caught on to you.
That ski raw.
You performed at the Eddie Guerrero show at Club Twa on Thanksgiving.
On South.
I was doing the vlog for DJ Drewster, and then I was like, man, what song is it? Who is it? And then Coco's in the booth. Like, that's my artist. That's Big Dawg Gudda. I was like, that motherfucker hard. Ski. And then you hitting that bitch on the table. Putting that bitch in motion. I was like, oh, that's just hard in the motherfucker.
Motherfuckers love that dance, bro. That ski raw.
You be hitting that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Man.
So, let me ask you this, like, because I know you kind of touched on it earlier, but how do you go by, like, selecting your beats? Do you look for a specific feeling, or you let the production dictate the story?
That's a good ass question, man. I would say I let the production dictate the story.
Yeah.
But, you know, cause Kush really is the slam dunk of all that shit, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, he just hear different type of sounds that go with that shit. Because my voice have a different cadence. So like if I rap it to him, he'll know how to make the beat right then and there.
Yeah.
You know, but if I'm asking him, okay, I wanna go in this type of direction, he'll just send me some shit that's like he thinking of, but I already like be like, yeah, that's it. Because it's like shit, the beat find me. Like I make the beat find what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, like I started to learn to resonate with the beats and the sound that I need, you know. So my type of sound is like a hi-hat. You know how a motherfucker use those, you know, I use those type of shits because I try to like I did my homework off like Louis Armstrong type shit. Like this real deal work that I'm trying to tell people for real. Like I go, in my frequency, I go like up and down when I be rapping, like ignorant at the function, they ain't getting out like me. You see what I'm saying? Like that shit like a cadence.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's why I got my own sound, because I really studied that shit and did my homework on it. So, you know, I don't know. It's complicated, bro, but yeah. it's a deep process when it comes to making this type of music, you know.
So
but
you just ain't in there, just in the studio, just in there, just...
Yeah, I can't even say that shit was accident.
Yeah.
You know, like, cause I don't do accidents. I do this shit on purpose. You know, like I make sure it's gonna be a hit.
So you actually love the art of music making
music? Yeah. I like that shit. Cause it's like the verbiage and the grammar and the way that you come with another lyric after this lyric, that shit is like what make people pay attention to you. Cause you can turn off a beat and listen to me and you don't even have to. You know, I can really rap the song right now, and it's like a motherfucker would know how the beat will sound, depending on how I'm talking. You see what I'm saying? They'll be trying to make the beat up in their own head type shit. Like,
cause I think all your songs are unique to the way you sound coming off your lyrics and everything.
Yeah.
All of them, the beats and everything. So
yeah, shout out my dog Kush, man. He makes sure. I don't know, that's like my yin yang. I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out Kush.
For sure.
So now I want to kind of touch on, because you an independent artist.
Yeah.
And I want to touch on the grind and then the funding of like how you fund your independent dream. And I want to ask, like, what's been the biggest challenge you faced as an independent artist, and how did you overcome it?
Shit, the business side of this shit, man. You got to know how to really have your paperwork in the right spot. I ain't saying I made no mistake, but putting it in order is like, you know, so much demand and so much discipline when it comes to making yourself put this type of shit in order. Like I got to create 1099s and all type of shit, you know, and I'm employing cameramen and employing my manager and employing, you know, locking in with brand ambassador deals and shit like that, and using that money to rotate it back towards what I'm doing, my business, and using the show money and the feature money and all that shit to rotate back to my business. But I'm also, you know, plugging in with my career, you know, because like I said, I make legit money, you know, so I go and work my ass off for this shit, and I save 10%. I stay down for about 10 months, you know, and I just use that same 10% and invest into my company, you know, every month. So that's what I'm doing to make sure I keep building my brand and building my stock and making the moves I need to make. But this shit costs a lot of money, from the clothes, the drip, everything I do to put this shit on, booking these big ass shows and shit like that, and I'm trying to go into these venues and shit like that, taking these tours and media runs and hopping on these platforms. That shit come out of my pocket.
Yeah.
Like, for real. I ain't asked a motherfucker for $1, a loan, or a donation.
So, cause I want to like kind of touch on, you say it's legit money that you having to work for and put down and everything else. So I got a question, cause this is a huge debate. Do you think having a 9-to-5 job as an independent artist is necessary to fund your career starting out, or does it distract from the music?
Yes, you need something to fund your career. And you better not be going out here asking no nigga for nothing, because they're gonna need it on the back end. So to make sure that you don't owe a nigga shit, you get him something up front. Everything should be transactional, no favors. Because what comes favors becomes owing. Yeah. And comes debts. Yeah. I ain't having no debts. So I'd rather you have a 9-to-5, pick your poison and go choose the shit that you want to go to. Everything, if it's 9 to 5, nigga, every show is from 9 to 12 o'clock at night anyway. So how the fuck is you missing anything? The club's out, you know, late at night, shit like that. As long as you discipline yourself and make sure you take care of your business during the weekend on your work schedule, and then you build your rap career around your work schedule, and then only invest 10 to 20% of what you profit from your job into your career. Like, stay down, wait your turn. Niggas be trying to live above their means though.
Yeah.
They be trying to be a rapper and be in every little place at once. Like, when it's necessary, it's gonna be there, bro.
So you would say that 9 to 5, that consistent money is good to have to help you on the back end.
Exactly, because it's gonna fund you. It's gonna give you some type of support system, a backbone.
Yeah.
You're gonna be able to say, okay, if I can go save $400-500 a month and take that $500 every 2 months, I'm busting a major move with $1,000, $2,000. You know, who's to say you ain't gonna be up in a minute off of a job? You feel me?
You like one of the first artists, you probably like, no, I say second artist that I've talked to that said like having 9 to 5 is essential to fund your independent career. Because most artists like, I ain't trying to get on 9 to 5. Even I tell them like, bro, you need that consistent money to fund what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. It's a difference between stupidity and logic.
Yeah.
You feel me? The logic of the shit is, bro, like, where are you gonna get your money from?
Facts.
Like, literally, come on.
Big facts.
Like, come on now. Like, where you gonna get your money from?
I mean,
Off the bitch, off the woo the wham, man, you niggas be capping.
you can only go so far with that shit.
You feel me? I don't need nobody depending on shit. I don't get on, it's in the Bible, never depend on man. What the fuck I'm gonna depend on them for? I'm depending on me.
Yeah.
First and foremost. So that way I at least got some off these back ends, these chose, regardless. You know, this shit gonna keep rolling.
I fuck with that mindset, bro.
You know, for sure. Get that 9 to 5, man. I got a career now. I don't work a 9 to 5. I work a career.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a tech engineer. So I make real money. But, you know, as far as 9 to 5, that's where this shit start from.
Yeah.
I started from that and kept building my resume and built a career into me making 6 figures. You feel me? Like, that's real money. Like, people be talking. Like, people don't be knowing the real world, bro.
Yeah.
This world real.
This ain't the metaverse.
On my soul, this a real world. I own houses and shit and, you know, pay taxes in real life. Like, for sure.
So you shared a lot of stages and worked with some notable names, including you was featuring on the Gudda TV tracks. Right?
Yeah, my Dawg Gudda.
What have those experiences taught you about the music industry?
A lot, man. It showed me, you know, everybody had their own expectation of, you know, or vision on how they want, you know, Arkansas to be laid out as an image, you know, so I'm able to blend all of that with what I'm trying to become and what I am doing, so I could put on for, you know, the city that I, you know, love so much, and make sure that all of them have some type of identification in themselves when I'm on the stage, you know, so it helped me build the brand and the culture more to understand what I need to do to put on for Lil Rock, you know, so I can understand all their opinion and put it in one pot, you know. But, you know, for the most part, you know, a lot of the shit that they be on be messy, but I don't really be in that beef shit, you know. But Arkansas, for the most, man, we got something that we can really have and build on, because we on fire right now. We got so many talented motherfuckers. Like, the project that Gudda TV dropped hard, you know, it's a lot
Arkansas
of motherfuckers.
Matters.
Yeah, Arkansas Matters, you know, like, I'm from Arkansas on that bitch. You got Trebs and them song. You got, you know, GT and them, you know, G and them song, all them boys song.
The whole local Arkansas scenes on the album.
Yeah, for sure. So, you know, I fuck with that, and we all we got, bro. We need to like collab and make sure that we at least support each other a little bit together, you know, so that way we can all, you know, because it's been Detroit versus everybody, Atlanta versus everybody, making sure everybody on their way. Shit, we need to have our own way.
I think
that's how I feel.
I think you hit the nail right there when you said it's a lot of beef, and just some of what I feel like some of what you're saying is like everybody in Arkansas need to come together because we all we got, basically.
Yeah, we all we got, bro.
People already see us like
think about
Arkansas. We little as hell. We ain't got shit going on.
Yeah,
but we really got motion.
Man, look, check this out. If one nigga go to go to California and say, I'm from Arkansas, they're gonna be looking at you like, psh, Arkansas.
Oh God.
You feel me? But if 1,000 niggas from Arkansas talking about I'm from Arkansas, 501 motion, nigga, woo-woo-wham.
Others gonna tap in.
They gonna be like, what the fuck going on down there?
They gonna tap in.
You feel me? Like, but that's really what's slowly but surely this shit coming together, man. This shit happening. Y'all seeing this shit before y'all eyes. You know, I'm doing it in their face if I don't know what the fuck they talking about. But yeah.
Okay. If an upcoming artist asks you how to balance budgeting for studio time, videos, and marketing while just trying to survive, what advice would you give them? I know you kind of touched on it earlier though, with the like,
hell yeah,
putting the 20%. But like, what advice would you give a person that come to you and ask you specifically because they trying to survive? Like they probably only making about $1,100 every 2 weeks, and then they trying to be an artist too though.
Shit, okay, boom. Like first you gotta put your priorities over pleasure. Shit, you trying to be an artist, so being an artist, you know, that's a pleasure, but also it's a career. So you gotta understand, do you wanna make that shit your job, or is you gonna have fun out of it and be comfortable with trying to build your career? You know, so like to be comfortable building your career, you gotta make sure first your bills taken care of first. You know, then once you put your bills down and you write all that shit down, look at what your pocket is and what you got left off that pocket, and you need to be stashing and saving before you even put money into the studio. I would be saving at least $2,000 to $1,000.
Yeah.
And then just let the money rotate for itself. So look, this is what I want to tell motherfuckers. Rich folks don't really got money. They got cash flow, bro. Like they make so much money to where the money don't do nothing but rotate to itself. You see what I'm saying? If I got 2,000, right? I go to the studio, I spend 1,000. Then I bring in on my check 500 and I save that 500, put that right back off the 1,000 that I just spent. You feel me? Don't hit the studio again to another 2 weeks. Boom, saving 500 every 2 weeks. That's putting 2,000 back where I was taking it from every time. You see what I'm saying?
That's exactly what you're saying.
So that's making a motherfucker understand the cash flow with things, bro, and letting it rotate itself. So that's really what I did. You feel me? I just stayed down for about 6-7 months to where I could save enough money to be like, okay, this is the type of money I want to spend on music every month. And I'ma spend, it's basically like creating yourself a credit card. You feel me? So if I got a credit card, they're like, we'll give you $1,500, nigga. Every time you spend some money, you got to put that money back. I'm just putting money back in the savings account. Letting the shit build interest. You feel me? You know, but now I'm trying to look at different ways to build that shit. You know, you seen them niggas on Forex and shit, they getting that bread. Like they're trading and shit.
Oh yeah.
They getting that bread. I'm trying to get in like that.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, so many ways you can go get it, bro. You can go get nothing out of something. But, you know, as far as the motherfuckers who ain't really got much, I understand that. So it's like, shit, just stay down and say you $200-300 every little 2 weeks, you know, and do that for about 4-5 months. And then go make the move you want to make with the music you want to make, you know, and don't just make no 1 or 2 songs. Try to ask a motherfucker, get in good with a motherfucker, build a relationship and build a little package deal and be like, hey, what you'll work with if I do this, you know, pay you this a month, you feel me? Motherfuckers will start working with you, bro. Yeah. That shit just about add clothes now, don't get fed.
So, giving y'all real game, man. For real, for real. So like in the streaming era, that's the era we in right now, building a genuine fan base. So how do you approach connecting with your listeners so they aren't just streaming the song, but also they tapping into you?
Shout out my dog Christian, the comedian, man. On everything. Like when I went on Power 92 Jams, you feel me, I went on there and promoted Ski. You know, so when I promoted Ski with him, man, I was like, what game do you got for me? He was like, man, I was like, man, I'm trying to really get closer to my fans. You know, he was like, you need to be transparent. That's why I'm giving y'all the game of what I think and how I'm thinking right now. You know, because being transparent like that brings motherfuckers into who worried about financial literacy and, you know, like, real understanding about knowledge and cash flow and shit like that. You know, those bring people around you that are connected to you and they see the way that you see it, you know what I mean? So being transparent with your people and helping them understand what you understand, bro, is the best way to connect to your fans, you know, and just be yourself and find you a niche is what they call it. A niche is like something that you good at explaining, good at doing, good at presenting, you know, good at selling. You may be good at a lot of ways, you know, things, but, you know, don't be trying to just bite the bubble on what you see popping. Just find your lane so that way you can control the traffic, you feel me?
That's good. That's good. Bro, you give him some real game on this interview, bro. For real, for real. I hope motherfuckers tap in for real. You give him some real good game, bro. Hey, so let's kind of, and like I said, you kind of touched on this too earlier.
Yeah.
Let's kind of touch on like the Arkansas music scene.
Yeah.
Like, let's do like a little deeper dive into it.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel about the current direction of Arkansas music scene? Is it on an incline or is it on a decline right now?
I don't know. I would say it's on the incline. It's getting better as we go because we have more competition.
Yeah.
You know, I fuck with the fact that I pop out, motherfucker know they gotta come harder than me. They can't make no shit less than what Gudda making. You know, so they come in nasty, they gotta come harder than Feezy, they gotta come harder than Lil Mara Benji, they gotta come harder than, you know, Lil One Shiester, they gotta come harder than Voodoo, they gotta come harder than Bankroll, Freddie, come harder than Mud Baby Rule. So we got so much competition out here. So it's like iron sharpens iron, so that shit really perfect, you feel me? That we incline in that way. You know, and on the character wise, we getting better with knowing how to present ourselves to the industry.
Yeah.
That's what I would say that we getting better at, bro. Because a lot of that, you know, trying to like being inside the box ass shit, like we used to do that shit all the time. Now you see a lot of Arkansas niggas that's outside the box that really know how to put that shit on, that really know how to put it on for the city and show these folks how that shit supposed to look. You feel me? So that's what I feel about the Arkansas music scene.
It's on the up and up.
Yeah, it's on the up and up. We only can rise from here because we started from the bottom. Shit, the only way is up. So shit.
Because Arkansas has an incredible amount of raw talent. But historically, it hasn't always gotten the same mainstream spotlight as other regions. What does the Arkansas music scene need to become as big as other major music states?
Unity. For the most part.
I agree with that.
We need unity. Like, long as we can get everybody on board together and everybody putting everybody's fan base together, I promise you we gonna be big. Like, all the shit that Gudda TV and them be talking about, we're gonna be that. If they can really just get behind each other and take it serious, bro. But, you know, within unity, we gotta understand that we ain't gonna just down us and say we like no bandwagon state, but we popping. And we tend to pay attention to what's popping.
Yeah.
Anybody does, though. It don't matter what state it is. You know, so that's the, you know, negligence of what we gotta do as a people. We gotta make sure that we get behind the nigga that's popping.
Yeah. And
really create a unity and a fan base behind this shit. You know, not just me, not just, you know, One Shiester, not just, you know, it's a lot of niggas that's popping, but it's like we gotta figure out who is the ones. You know, and really get behind them and merge all our fan bases together. That's what I feel like we need to win, because that's going to make the industry pay attention to us.
The fact that you just said that, you kind of hit on my next question about the unity and being unified. Because I was going to ask, like, do you feel like local artists in the state support each other enough to build a unified movement, or is it still too competitive?
What I would say is competitive, man, because, I mean, they feel like they can't fuck with the other sides and all this, that, and the third, you know. So I never, you know, take back whatever they street beef is, shit. I mean, that is what it is, but business is business, you feel me? If we can get together and make this bread, like, I feel like the competition ain't even had to be had if it's money. They ain't stop printing that shit. You know, so shit, when we keep getting this money, like, shit, ain't no competition.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it just take that one nigga who gonna be able to merge everybody together, bro. You gotta find the glue. You got niggas like Nick, Rod D, you know, people like that that's putting shit together, that's making shit glue. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Those are people that, like, they call them sharks, you know. Yeah. But them my brothers, you know, I know them as my big bros, you know, they like mentors to me. They really just show me little game and knowledge in this industry that I ain't really know. You know, so, But what they doing for the city is they putting this shit together like that. They making niggas from North Little Rock, the East End, South, over here, West, over here. Everybody coming to these parties and functions and supporting this, that, and the third. Listening to this artist, catching on to this, catching on to that. Because of one thing. You feel me?
I fuck with that, bro. What is the biggest misconception outsiders have about the hip hop scene coming out of Little Rock and the rest of the 501 and 870?
Shit, I don't know that we players, man, for real. I don't know, I'm one of the most players, laid back niggas ever. I don't be on no crash shit, none of that shit. They probably just think we just a whole bunch of drill, banging and Little Rock type shit.
Yeah.
Like they got us fucked up with that shit. Like we some money getting ass niggas, you know, but it's a lot of niggas that just be overwhelming with that broke ass activity. You know, like they'll probably even have money and still be having broke activity going on. Be shooting at each other and shit, pocket full of money and shit. Man, we supposed to be out here in Cabo somewhere.
Yeah.
You feel me? We supposed to be thugging with the ones, with the hoes on WG, a whole lot of ass and titties and shit like that around us and shit. You know? But I mean, that's how I run it. You look on my page, it's nothing but bitches.
Yeah.
Nothing but bitches on my page. I'm telling you. I'm having a good time every time because I'm a money getting nigga, man. But, you know.
So you would say the misconception is like people probably think we all about drill rapping and just.
Yeah, they got it overwhelmed with that shit, bro.
Oversaturated with it.
Yeah, it's oversaturated, like, and it's overstimulating. Bitches don't like going outside to that shit. Nah. They want to have a good time. That's why when the R&B nights pop off, you see how them be jumping.
On me.
You feel me? That ain't none of our music, but it be jumping. You feel me? But now you got your ladies like, motherfucker catch on to my type music, you feel me? See how me and Lex lock in and drop freak shit. That's like some 90s type shit.
Sure is. That must be hard, bro. I guess y'all been with that one. For real.
Yeah, that nasty dancer, that shit crazy.
That hard. So let's touch on the business and the music and you know, management.
Yeah.
Part of the the artistry of the art.
Yeah.
Let's talk industry standards. What do you think is worse for an artist's career? Making bad music or having bad management, and why?
Shit, both, to be honest. But I mean, the biggest one would be to have bad management, because a lot of the business is about principle and character. Mm-hmm. You know, so if you can show off your principle and character to a business or a label, they'll be more willing to work with you and your badass music than, you know, the nigga that's making nice ass music but don't show up on time, don't be there at no meetings, don't, you know, have no, you know, character behind himself, don't have no enthusiasm or no umph in this step. You know, motherfucker who trying, you know, that's who they gonna reward the most. You know, so when you ain't trying and you on some sorry shit and you feel like you entitled and you bigger than the program, that's when your ass will get flushed. Because you're replaceable. You can make more music, you know, you can't build character. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So
what are the biggest red flags you look out for when people try to step into your circle or offer you business deals?
Shit, the principle and genuineship of things. Like, you know, it's people that just be necessarily genuine about it and worry about the connection of me versus getting a profit out of me for that time being. You know, cause, you know, I think about the longevity of shit. So when I can see a motherfucker see that in me and the value in me too, as well, and I don't gotta really explain that to him or, you know, identify that, and it's right there and clear as day, shit, I just pay attention to that, and then I just get that shit time, bro.
Yeah. And
really just let a nigga show his colors.
Yeah.
You know, so when a motherfucker show their colors, that's who I be willing to work with.
Okay.
You know, so.
All right. So you an indie artist, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You have to wear a lot of hats, marketing, networking, branding. How did you educate yourself on the actual business side of entertainment?
Man, just watching everybody rise and fall, you feel me? Like I would study so many documentaries, study so much shit that I would look at from back in the days and see how these record companies and record labels judge things and go about things and how they manage other artists and how artists was when they was independent versus being with a label. Yeah. You know, and I kind of managed all that just out growing experience because I grew up around music. So I kind of had no choice but to, you know, understand the business side of it because we was always watching like the Jackson 5 and, you know, shit like that, you know, little young documentaries and shit like that that'll educate you briefly on what's going on. But shit, I mean, as you get into certain things like Diddy and the Bad Boys and all that type of shit, that's when those type of documentaries was showing me like that even the executives and shit like that can be fucked up, you know? So I started being like, man, I need to control my own chessboard. Cause all these niggas fall out because they on somebody else's chessboard, man.
Somebody playing them like a fiddle.
On everything.
Yeah. Damn, bro, that's real though. For real.
Yeah, so
you actually studied the art of music itself and all, like the business side, the music,
all this
the
shit.
Sound, everything. So
on my mama.
Yeah, I fuck with it, bro. I see that the interview go on.
Like I even studied the body language of their ass.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, I went and studied how the Africans make that shit.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
All right. So where do you see Big Dawg Gudda a year from now? Are there any upcoming projects, collaborations, tours? What is that fans to be excited about coming from you?
Man, it's a lot of shit going on right now. We got a whole lot of shit going on. Everywhere I go, you gon' at least have you a real or viral moment. So y'all better give me these cameras when y'all see it. That's all I'm gonna tell you for one. But for two, you know, it's a lot of shit that we got going on right now. We got the media tour, the designer tour that we got going on. We stopping at other stores, studios, you know, clothing brands, all the brand ambassadorships, the people that I'm well connected with. We doing mic drops in the middle of they shit, and we turn that bitch up, putting it on a major platform on my YouTube. Right now, we got a viral song going on, Freak Shit, and Lex Monet, Big Dawg Gudda. You know, we dropped that. It's going stupid all over all platforms. You know, we got an official music video coming out for that. I got the 501 Motion album coming. You know, that's loading. You know, we ain't got no date set on it because we gonna do this shit the right way and make sure everybody get the cook up right. You know, but right now we got Living My Last out. Big Dawg Gudda Living the first album out. People still spinning everything that we doing, you know, so it's a lot of shit going on, but I got brand ambassadorships. I got a connection and collaboration with Superior, Valabasses. You know, I got a lot of that shit in the works that I'm trying to work on. So I'm trying to get a lot of fashion shows that's finna jump off. Conway Fashion Week finna pop off. You know, we got 88 Move that we working with. We finna be locking in and linking in with them on some brand ambassadorships. You know, we got Culture. He just dropped a new set. You know, then he got my merchant stores right now. So it's a lot, bro.
It's a lot of shit.
Media tours.
Yeah.
Like I be on media tours, you know, I'm finna go to the Dog House in a minute.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I'm fucking with Say Cheese now. I'm finna get the dropping on that shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's so much shit that I'm just doing. I'm just a doer. You know, that's why I came to the interview to do all the talking. But, you know, me, I just get on that motherfucker, get the dropping shit, so.
Okay. So you gonna be working. Just know a lot of work finna come on for that. Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Big Dawg Gudda, a lot of shit.
And then from a year from now, man, I plan on these labels to already by that time been I seen my portfolio.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm creating, a portfolio. You know, so that way I had something to negotiate. Like I'm not trying to step in no motherfucking room with nothing to negotiate. Come on now.
Yeah.
So.
And yeah, see, yeah, man, you just studied the game a lot. I see. For real. So when people look back at the history of Arkansas hip hop years from now, what mark do you want Big Dawg Gudda to have left on the culture?
That this man created his own sound, his own genre. I want that motherfucker to first say that. But I mean, the biggest thing is that I want the kids and the people that came up listening to me, I want them to understand the knowledge that I ended up and the plan that I ended up having, you know, because really, this plan for everybody to kick it, but it's to expose some knowledge that motherfuckers don't really even know about.
Yeah.
You know, and create black excellence, you know, and I want to see the Black Wall Streets and shit like that again one of these days, you know. So.
Okay. If you could collaborate with any mainstream artist right now to blend the Arkansas sound with theirs, who would it be?
Ooh, that's tough. Arkansas sound with theirs. Mainstream artists. I would say Drake.
That's what I was thinking too. But I ain't want to say it.
I would say Drake.
Yeah.
Or Kendrick. You know, I would take one of those two and blend it with some Arkansas shit. I think Kendrick Lamar can make some perfect Arkansas shit for the country.
Yeah.
You know, I think Drake can make some perfect Arkansas shit for like the clubs. You know, so I feel like we'll be a perfect blend, especially my sound with Drake. Raw, nasty.
Yeah, that'll put the whole state on right there, boy.
Yeah,
Drake
yeah.
wants to come down here and shoot a music video with you, and boy,
You see what I'm saying?
That'll be so hard.
That and Moneybagg Yo, man.
Yeah, true.
Moneybagg Yo on his way down here, man. I need that nigga to get on the song with me. I ain't gonna lie. I get on that motherfucker. I'm telling you right now, yeah, bad. I need that. Double G, we.
Come on now.
Lil Rock going up, you hop on that bitch with us. I ain't gonna lie. I'm going stupid. Like dumb way. For sure, for sure.
If you can go back to the very day you decided to take music seriously and give your younger self one warning, what would it be?
You can't take everybody with you. You know, Double G. Warning, you can't take everybody with you, man. 5 years from now, the same niggas that started with you is not gonna be ending it with you. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a certain select few. Y'all better beware of that shit.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas be having these dollars and dreams for y'all homeboys. Oh man, when we get rich, we gonna woo the wham. Yeah, you can speak that life into a motherfucker all day, but man, these niggas changing. Envy is a motherfucker. Hypnotized with patriotism is crazy.
You ain't lying.
You know, my own cousin done played and dissed on me. You know, because of success.
Damn.
And we started from nothing, man, together with this shit. Same niggas that I be wanting beside me. You know, you gotta let them niggas go. Cause dead weight ain't gonna do nothing but hold you down, crab in the bucket ass shit.
You know what I mean? Damn, that's some real shit. Last question, man, before we wrap this interview. I got one more question.
Yeah.
If you could leave your fans with one piece of advice or one definitive message to live by, what would it be?
Live your motherfucking last, man.
Yeah.
Give it everything you got. Do not tell yourself you quit for nobody. Don't stand on no lame ass principles, no broke ass principles. You always think for yourself. Think with your own mind. Go for the narrow path, not the wild one, man. The shit that everybody else doing gonna play out, gonna pan out. And one of these days you gonna have your shot, gang. Wait your turn. Be patient, don't hate on no nigga. On my mama, just salute it, even if you don't like it. You can see a nigga trying, you can see a nigga doing it, you go do it and be inspired by that grind, man, and turn this shit up. Double G, live your last, though. Go get yours by any means necessary. Flat out.
That's real. Yeah, man. It's been an honor to have you in here sit down with me, man.
For sure, it's love.
For this hour, man. Like, for real, like I said, we're trying to get this together for a minute.
Yeah, I know it's
finally got you in here, man, and I appreciate it, bro, for real. Tell Coco I said thank you, too, for setting this up, and I appreciate you being humble enough to let me even talk to you in the club the other day, bro. So, you know, it's an honor, bro. You know, we all about supporting anything Arkansas.
Appreciate you having me, man. Hell yeah.
And who knows, next time we look back at this video, or next time we do the next interview, you might be signed to 3 million or anything. You feel me? So
that's what I'm saying. Like,
hey, just know when you get signed, don't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
God, you know we locked in.
You know what I'm saying? I was tapped in for the deal.
Hey, you motherfucker got that 501 tag on there, miss that.
Come on now.
I'm telling you.
But hey,
going
man,
stupid.
It's been another exclusive interview with How You Living Podcast. Big Dawg Gudda. Y'all go tap in on all socials. Tell them your socials, man. Go on, tap in.
Big Dawg Gudda, man, on all platforms. That's BIGDAWGGUDDA. That's BIGDAWGGUDDA. On Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you name it, man. I'm on all platforms. Living my last out right now. 501 Motion on the way. Big Dawg Gudda living out right now. I got hella videos, hella media, hella content, super content creator, super shit popper, super all that shit showstopper, man. Hit me at my performances too. Book me, and I'ma cook some every time. Y'all know how I'm rocking this shit. On Double G, we out this motherfucker though. Get at me.
Yes, sir.
I'm peeling off in trash. Ducked off of my other bitch, it put me on the bed. The road called me first since I hit it, ain't look back. Go, ooh wee, let me keep it peace. Drip game severe, I caught my fit from overseas. I'm gon' pop it hard cause I ain't never have it ease. Put it in they face, they can't fake nothing like me. Touch one of my little ones and I'm hopping out on feet. Hey, hey, take them wrist, stamp your name in these streets. Hey, hey, 3v1 bitch, I'm still betting on me. Hey, hey, I know my little yeah gon' hold it down for me. Hey, hey, we on the road, it ain't my mouth, we gotta flee. Hey, hey, I put your fine ass in the SRTG. Hey, hey, it's on the floor, baby, you fucking with a P. Ooh, we 12 behind us and you better make that motherfucker ski. Ski, 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 ski. Hitting it at the function, they ain't getting off like me. They gon' throw that monkey on me, smelling all this cheese. Broke ass young nigga can't catch up, nigga, you cheap. I'm gon' pop